Alright, folks, response time. Because for ladies and gentlemen, it is the artist, formerly known as the Natural Born Thriller. This response will be to Chris Jericho. But before I do, let me crack a little bit of my own. The bubble. Thirsty. I needed it too after I went somewhere, for a walk. Which I was on a wild goose chase, but that's besides the point. But this video response is to Chris Jericho because of the tweet that I did. Which, by the way, for those who don't know what's been going on, here's a tweet that I did on Twitter of why this whole thing ended up becoming a ruckus, a roar, and basically causing a lot of issues, a lot of commotions in a way. So here it is. And that was during the time while I was not watching AW Rampage, but pertains to everyone on Twitter that went after me, calling me a bot, calling me out, all these things that Chris Jericho wasn't even on the show. And like, no shit, because I wasn't watching. Maybe if you would have asked me, politely and said to me, in a nice, respectful way to say he wasn't even on the show or whatever, and everything, right? Or you could at least to agree or to disagree of me of why I treated that in the first place. Things would have been handled a little differently. That way, but then again, this is Twitter we're talking about, because Twitter is a cesspool of toxic environment for all these people behind their Twitter machine, tweeting horrendous, heroic, and terrible, horrible, and what's the other word to use? To describe how bad Twitter can be on social media. I mean, look about Honda Kimura, for example. It was not even wrestling fans. It was people that went out of their fucking minds because of this reality show that no one even heard of or no one even cared of to watch. And they went after Honda Kimura because of her her acting behavior on the show that people that were in charge of that show want her to act, and then costing her life, killing herself. And then these people that attacked her, they showed no remorse. They were happy that they did that, because they suggested for her to kill herself. That's how bad Twitter is. But it's been going on for years, and basically, that whole thing that what people went after me and all that, saying I'm looking for attention and all that, and like that's the last thing in my mind I was doing. I was boycotting Chris Jericho on commentary of Rampage because of the stupid shit he was saying. And it goes way beyond that too, because I am getting sick and tired of Chris Jericho right now. I am getting sick and tired of his stick. I'm getting tired of him always hogging the spotlight, which I call him Chris Jericho, hashtag Jericho. But I was sick to see him hogging the spotlight, taking opportunities that should be going to someone else, and making it all about him, defeated to his ego, and for his new persona of this whole sports entertainer, the whole influencer, whatever he's going by, what he's doing right now. And then on top of that, with his stable called Jericho's Appreciation of Society, do you not see why I'm upset? Do you not see why I'm getting sick and tired? Do you not see why I am over Chris Jericho right now? I'm not saying I hate the guy. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of his. I respect what he's done. He is the greatest of all time, and he is the best in the world of what he does. I will never take that away from Chris Jericho. He's entertained me for all out the years, in the days of WCW, WWF/WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, AEW. But those days are over for me now. Those days are not over for me now. And for those people that went after me for that too, saying that I'm doing this for attention, all that. Well, guess what? I wasn't doing it for attention, but because assuming that I was doing this for attention. Well, guess what? Now I'm going to be doing this for all the attention now because of one thing that happened. Because Chris Jericho, what he could have done with this, he could have just moved on, not say anything about it, not tweet anything about it, not even do anything about it in a way, but he did. to someone like me, a nobody like me, or someone who's not even that special like me, someone who's not even famous, someone who's not even is not even that well known. He went after me, and this is what he tweeted. That's exactly what he tweeted. So he did this whole band thing, before, where it tends to happen with the whole WWE Hall of Fame thing, with the Bushwhackers going into the Hall of Fame. And Jericho went on this tirade, which, rightfully so, because these people are out their minds, because the Bushwhackers are going to the Hall of Fame. Like, who cares? It's the WWE Hall of Fame. And, if this man wants the Bushwhackers of being entertaining tag teams, licking fans' faces in a way, or whatever, to put them in the Hall of Fame, then let them be in the Hall of Fame. Then they pay their dues either way. It doesn't have to be just because they're in WWE at the time, WWF, whatever, because they're legends in the business. They were legends in pro wrestling tag team. So, and WWE doesn't want to acknowledge that, but they'll acknowledge what they did in WWE though, which is fine. Which is why it's their Hall of Fame. It's their WWE Hall of Fame. If the Bushwhackers are going to Hall of Fame because of what WWE feel like they were entertaining during those eras, then by all means, they belong in there. They deserve to be in there. They're entertaining. They were one of my favorite tag teams growing up. Now they weren't the greatest tag teams though, but they were my favorites. They were my favorites. They were my fan favorites in a way. So, one moment. So anyways, show this again. So anyways, so yeah, I did agree with Chris Jericho when it comes to what he was on his tirade on his podcast at the time. All these fans criticizing the Hall of Fame because the Bushwhackers, excuse me, if I can spit out, was going to the Hall of Fame. And then Jericho went ridiculous with it by saying, you're banned for watching the Hall of Fame, you're banned for listening to my podcast, you're banned. I'm like, huh? Like, okay, so Jericho was talking about banning people, and he's doing it again with me. But before me as well, Chris Jericho also apparently banned Jim Cornette too for ever watching AEW because he's criticizing Chris Jericho, criticizing the company in a way. I mean, not he doesn't criticize everything that bad about AEW. There's some things he also criticized that he thought was good too. But there are a lot of bad things on AEW too. Which is Chris, is Jim Cornette. He has his own opinion about how he felt about the company, how the company is being booked, how the company is being portrayed on TV. He knows a lot what he's talking about because he's been around the business. He knows what the business is about. And for Chris Jericho, to go after him because because Jim Cornette insulted him in a way, Jericho banned him for watching AEW. Well, guess what, Chris Jericho? It hasn't worked because Jim Cornette's still watching the shows. Not only watching weeklies of Dynamite, Rampage, also where it pertains to pay-per-views. So this whole ban thing ain't working because you're saying you're banned. It doesn't work that way. And with me, because I boycotted him, ever watching AEW Rampage because of his commentary on that I don't like. Because let's be honest. Because Chris Jericho's not even supposed to be on commentary for Rampage. It's supposed to be Mark Henry. Mark Henry, the world's strongest man who's there in AEW, or where he's doing backstage interviews with these wrestlers, where it tends to stick by saying, "Well, there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event." Yeah, that Mark Henry, which he's doing a great job of that too. Which t-shirts on AEW as well you could buy. I'm pretty sure it's selling because people love when Mark Henry says that. It's one mistake. It's one of the things he's do. But I want to see him do more than that because again, the whole point of Mark Henry coming in, not just to help out the young guys for AEW, to get over, because he wants to be an influence person and a guy to guide these young guys into the business. He wants to help out. Something that he tried to do with WWE, but WWE told him no, we don't want you to do that, which is why he left and he went to AEW. So he's doing that and he's doing backstage things, but his main thing was supposed to be a commentator for Rampage. I want him to do commentary on Rampage because I think he's a good talker. I think there's some things that he can say on commentary, to give that guidance in a way on commentary for us viewers to watch. Not to hear Chris Jericho to go shouting and going on a tirade and being annoying and then at one point cheering for Fuego del Sol and all of a sudden booing first crapping on Fregado's cell, only to cheer him because he's there's something with the House of Black. And then the whole thing with bury the young guys and everything. That's myself. But you got 3 young guys in your factions that you're trying to push on, and I basically had it. I had enough of it. And then the whole thing of him being obnoxious on commentary, and some people say, well, he's been a heel. I don't give a fuck if he's a heel. He was doing that as a babyface too, as a babyface, being all obnoxious in a way. What about the whole Dan Lambert thing? When he was I can't remember which show it was on Rampage, but he talked crap about Dan Lambert. But guess what? His thing, he's a heel. Chris Jericho's a heel, and he's talking crap about Dan Lambert, who's a heel too. So tell me how does that make sense? Because of their feud? Well, guess what? Chris Jericho beat Dan Lambert. He beat Dan Lambert. What did he need to beat Dan Lambert at Full Gear? No, I was against that. Me, it should have been American Top Team winning. Why did I beat Chris Jericho to win? Why did Chris Jericho have to win for his team of the Inner Circle at the time? Again, to boost his ego. Because it's always got to be about Chris Jericho. That's my issue with Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is making this all about him. It's not about pushing the young guys. It's not about getting the other guys over. Look at Santana and Ortiz. They have yet to become tag team champions. Sammy Guevara, on the other hand, I'll give Chris Jericho that. Sammy Guevara ends up being a champion in AEW. But besides Sammy Guevara, I care more about Santana Ortiz becoming tag team champions in AEW, and they have yet to become tag team champions yet because, I thought maybe with Chris Jericho would, along their side, that could be helpful. Still has to happen. And now they're feuding against each other, where Santana Ortiz should be going after the tag team titles in AEW. That's another issue I got with Chris Jericho. Again, this is not me hating on Chris Jericho. This is not me disliking Chris Jericho. Well, in a way, I am disliking him, but I don't hate him personally. I don't hate his guts and everything. I'm not hating the person himself. Despite him and his wife, are Trump supporters, which is whatever, fine. I got a friend who's a Trump supporter too. I got families who are Trump supporters too as well. And despite Chris Jericho's wife being part of the Capitol incident that happened, last year. Yeah, it was last year actually. But besides all that, that's whatever. Despite people got killed, some people got killed, but not saying it was because of the wife. Anyways, so yeah, man, I'm over it. I'm over Chris Jericho now. I don't want to see him in AEW. I would rather see AEW not sign with Chris Jericho. In AEW because why? Because whole thing with Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega happened at New Japan Pro Wrestling, for Wrestle Kingdom. That one match, is why AEW became what it is, because of Chris Jericho. So we needed Chris Jericho for that. Yes, I guess in a way we didn't need Chris Jericho for that, but that's it. It's done now because we got more talents coming in right now that are more over and more focused on, more popular, that should be featured than Chris Jericho. I would rather see Cody Rhodes stay in AEW than to see Chris Jericho stick around in AEW. Why Tony Khan? And I love Tony Khan for rescuing your Ring of Honor and for doing what he's doing for AEW and all. I appreciate Tony Khan for that. But why would Tony Khan decide to let Cody Rhodes of all people go to a company that treated him badly, never gave him a chance, never gave him an opportunity, never gave him to be the top guy that he should have been? And meanwhile, you kept Chris Jericho. I don't get it. I would rather see Chris Jericho leave to go to WWE for his whole sports entertainer thing that he's doing in AEW than to see Cody Rhodes leave to go to WWE. I would rather see Cody Rhodes stay in AEW so that he could be AEW World Champion to eventually become AEW World Champion. Maybe that will happen sooner after his WWE run. Hopefully, I wish him the best of luck. Hopefully, he does become a World Champion in WWE because that's his main goal. That's his dream, to do it for his father. That's the story that they're going with Cody Rhodes in WWE. So hopefully that comes true. The American dream for the son of the plumber, for the son of the plumber's son, whatever that nickname was beforehand, for Cody Rhodes to come true. So, one moment. So yeah. So Chris Jericho banned me for watching AEW Rampage. Well, because of that now not only I'm going to continue to watch AEW Rampage now, but I'm gonna keep watching AEW Rampage and try to do, if I can, try to do a live reaction about AEW Rampage to crap on Chris Jericho of his commentary, because Chris Jericho's commentary is not good at all. It's annoying, it's atrocious, it's obnoxious, and I'm sick and tired of it now. I'm done. Again, like I said before, I am done with Chris Jericho. I am over Chris Jericho. Now, I'm not saying that you guys should be all done with him. Should be over him too. You want to go on and cheer Chris Jericho on with this whole stupid shit that he's doing in AEW, with this whole sports entertainment thing that he's doing? By all means, go right ahead. I don't care. More power to you. But for me, I don't care anymore. I really don't care about it anymore. So that's all I'm gonna say from there. Other than that, I'm gonna do more video responses too. By the way, tends to to crap on Chris Jericho, Chris Jericho, Chris Jericho bitch, because and that's another thing too, by the way, because he banned me, the whole thing that he banned me. Here's not shot of it, by the way, of what Jericho did, which is why I'm calling him Jericho bitch. That's right, folks. Chris Jericho was being so sensitive, a crybaby, sensitive bitch, that he decided to block me. Which means I got into his head. I got into Chris Jericho's head. So Chris Jericho went from Jericho Hog to Jericho bitch. So yeah, my point made there. And for all you saying that I do this for attention, well, guess what? And, again, I said this before. I wasn't doing this for attention, but because people saying all that, and then Chris Jericho give me the attention by blasting me on Twitter, and Ringside News, by the way. Which, by the way, shout out to Ringside News, by the way, for shouting me out. In a way, because of the whole thing with Chris Jericho. I've never been on a wrestling article before, and that's my first one ever. So by all means, if I'm doing this for all attention, by all means, I'm doing this for all attention, because I got Chris Jericho's attention. So, Chris Jericho and everybody else, do I have your attention now?